All right, here we go. This is
The Handbag Husband.
the Handbag Husband. Yay! So today we are thinking about planning out the next 12 months and looking at really the amazing Hermescapades that we are anticipating, because we're going to be visiting Hermes boutiques this year from kind of one side of the planet to another, in Asia, in Europe, as well as in the United States. So we're kind of putting together an updated list of which bags the Handbag Husband, are looking for. What is the likelihood of actually being able to get them this year, and maybe even possibly taking the plunge into the pre-loved market, the very slightly re-loved market. Now, before we get to it, if you like these videos, if you like the bag candy, and boy, we're gonna have so much bag candy for you this year. And if you like the Hermes conversation, the overall kind of Hermes milieu, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it does really help the channel to grow. And of course, we are so thankful for that.
Thank you.
But also because it means that you can get updates when our newest long videos come out, like these ones, our short videos, and all the stuff we got coming out on the socials at the Handbag Husband on YouTube, on Instagram. We got new Hermes stuff coming out every single week, so check that out. All right, let's get down to the list. All right, so previously on my list, and I talked about it a lot, there was the number one on my list, which was a bag.
You never get the size right,
No.
and you just keep like.
But I know the size when I feel it.
Sure.
I know the size when
Sure.
it's like there and I feel it.
Sure.
And so the one that was really at the top of my list, and we saw it, and I kind of got it was at the top. So I think that this has changed some. It's not that it's gone, it's just not at the tippy top of the list. And we'll talk about why. Was originally the Sac-à-Depeche 38, maybe?
41.
The Sac-à-Depeche 41. I'm not exactly sure what size it is. It's one of those sizes, but it has two pockets, right? And I think they only made one really with two pockets in the modern times. So that was at the top of my list because I wanted a bag for going back to the office, because we got called back into the office after the pandemic, and I've been searching for it. And pre-pandemic, we actually saw a lot of them. We saw them kind of out and about pre-pandemic, but since then, you know, people have not, Hermes just hasn't really been producing it. So that is still on my list, and I think given the opportunity and offered at least again within the next 6 months, there would be some due consideration for it. But the ones that we are kind of laser focused on right now, the ones that
we.
Well, I mean, it's a team effort, right? I help you, you help me. We kind of figure it out. Is going to be a little bit different. So the first one on the list is one that actually, after reading about it, it only makes me want it even more. Is the HAC, or the Haut à Courroies. Haut à Courroies. It literally means the high belt, like if you're wearing your belt high. It is basically a Birkin 50. Now,
It's not a Birkin.
okay, but, I must bring up the
It's
fact,
not a Birkin.
I must attest, it actually was the first Birkin.
A prototype.
No, it was the first Birkin. So my understanding
So it's basically like Birkin developed from Hack.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a Birkin prototype.
But Birkin, the Hack was the first bag that Hermes ever made.
Ever?
Ever.
I thought it would be like the Evelyn, because they put the stuff in the horse for the Evelyn bag.
No, it's the Hack was made to put the saddle, a saddle and a pair of boots inside of it. So that's why it's so big. Yeah. The story goes that when they were actually designing, I don't remember the designer, on the airplane with Jane Birkin, when they were designing it, the starting base for the bag was the HAC. So he said, "This is the bag we have," and she's like, "Let's make it squattier and let's make it more, available."
Like women's,
yeah, more
like not too
more
big.
feminine,
Yeah.
or whatever maybe. So that is the first one on my list. I think that things have, as I get deeper and deeper into the Hermes rabbit hole, I really start to have a stronger affinity for the Birkin and the Kellys. We'll talk about that in a sec. But I think that even at some of the larger sizes for women, it's not going to fit the utility that I have for it. So obviously, you all see it. We travel a fair amount.
You need a Birkin with a wheel.
They make a Bolden with wheels, right?
Yeah.
I like that one. So as we were planning to travel and stuff like that, and also as I seem to be carrying, I don't know why, more and more stuff to the office. I don't know why I'm adding more stuff. I'm looking at a larger bag that would be professional, but also can be used for a variety of other stuffs. And the HAC seems to really kind of fit that mold. And I love the fact that there are not many that you can find in the wild or at actual Hermes boutiques at the moment, but you can find a fair amount of them out there in the wild on the pre-loved market.
Sure.
And also they have many, many different varieties and they're not super duper popular. So no one's, they're actually less expensive in many cases than some of the smaller, more desirable bags, and especially like the mini ones. So,
do you give the mini one thing eye? Do you just?
Not mine. Obviously I'm on the inverse of that, and obviously you're not a small.
If my
a small
hamster
bag.
needs a bag, then
yeah,
like she would be wearing a mini Kelly.
Yes. Yeah. But I think the first one on the list is HAC.
What's the spec?
So a couple specs.
Because the SE come in different sizes, obviously.
So I've been going back and forward.
Sure.
Right? I've been going back and forward.
Sure.
I like, obviously, in natural colors. So I would take something in Clemens.
Let's start. Let's go with size first.
Oh, size? 50.
They have like 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
I would take 50. I don't need 60. I think 60 is you're moving away for permanently somewhere.
No.
But 50, I would take 50. I think that is a fair size. I'm not a huge human being,
like, it can vary from like, so 50 is like the main size.
Yes.
It can go 45 or 55. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think 50 is the main size. I think the 45 is actually a larger, just normal Birkin.
No.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Either way, I'm at the 50. And I think over the years, they've made many sizes.
No, my point is like with me, if my point is like, what, I want a Kelly 32, I'm willing to wiggle to 28 or 35. So that's the same questions with you.
I guess I'd have to feel it out.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. At that point, we could offer.
When we go back to FSH, I'm going to see if I can at least touch them.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
He's like, no, not for you.
They use the whip.
Yeah.
Not for you.
the crop.
Yeah.
So that's what they use those for. So I think that's it. The other thing is that, and I go back and forth.
So 50.
So 50 size.
Color.
The color I would take, obviously.
I guess you can go the leather first.
Okay, leather I would take either Clemens or Togo, I guess, if they make it, or box leather if we can find a box leather one.
No, not it.
But I think Clemens would be ideal for me, because I'm gonna beat it up.
No, but my point is that wouldn't Togo make more sense because Clemens gonna slouch more because of the weight? Because 50 gonna weigh way more, and with the stuff you're gonna put it in, I would say you probably want something that's more not like become saggy, less more durable, I guess. Like that's probably a better word.
I mean, I guess I'm open. I'm open to any of like the durable leathers, we'll call it.
Like obviously canvas makes most sense, but it is not for business.
Oh yeah, but
canvas, that canvas is not gonna slouch, right? So that's a good thing.
I like the canvas.
Two-tone canvas looks nice, like the brown, whatever the canvas. But again, if you want to take that to the office, it's not gonna serve that purpose at all, zero. So that's my against for getting packed in a canvas.
Because I like the canvas. I like the look of the canvas.
It's almost like, we're gonna go to like Maldives, Bora Bora, and like that's my vacation. That makes sense. Like travel, like you had your straw hat, whatever. I'm just saying, like you can imagine, traveling. Yeah. But again, if your purpose of I'm gonna use this for office.
Needs to be leather.
Yes.
Needs to be leather.
But again, good thing about canvas, it's not gonna slouch.
Yeah.
Even though obviously inside, I think it might lie. I don't know. The canvas one, do it lie with chef or it lie with canvas? Because normally,
Yeah. Also, the other thing with the canvas is you get way more variety of styles, right? The color patterns and the patterns are way more interesting than just standard leather. Now, of course, I would never get exotic. It's a waste of money on me because I'm just it's gonna get destroyed, right?
Yeah.
So I want a bag that when they bury me with it, or perhaps with a 50 to bury me in it, it looks like I've been used over a generation.
Sure.
So that is the first one on my list.
Sorry, what color?
Oh, color? The colors are interesting because I don't want a traditional black. I think that would be too formal, especially if we're gonna try to use it for travel or whatever. I like some of the kind of like 70s dark greeny colors, or like a grayish greeny color.
You like gray blue, like gray navy.
Gray blue would be good too, like a dark or like a navy, something like that. So
kind of faded,
yeah,
like blue.
yeah,
Those would
yeah,
go well with the suits
yeah,
and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And still be okay with casual
Yeah.
traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm going to a serious business meeting, I mean, I might just bring like a.
Like obviously that's not the bag.
Yeah, I'll bring a Kelly Voyage or whatever.
Sure.
That one, I mean, that one is ideal for it. So.
Sure.
But for like an everyday bag, bringing stuff back and forth, and the increasing amount of like daily books and laptops and iPads and everything that I end up bringing with me, yeah, I'd rather bring the HAC for sure. So, and it's a good looking bag and it's not in huge demand. So, I mean, those are all it's gettable, right? Yeah, at a reasonable price. So, all right. So these next two bags on the list really are kind of be stand-ins. They're ones that I think. It could be more likely to get these than HAC. And I'm not going to beg, or am I going to choose, right?
Just saying, they're going to be choosers. I mean.
And I'm more flexible on the size on them. One, up or down, maybe one step up or one step down, whichever way I'm totally okay with. But the first one is going to be a Kelly, we'll call it oversized, because I don't have a specific size. It could be 50, right? It could be 50, and we've seen 50s when we were at Sèvres. But it could be 50, it could be one step down or one step up. Sometimes they're called the Kelly Voyage, which totally makes sense, right? I think the same kind of situation. I'm open to the colors on it. I think the Kelly would actually look better in like a black and a gold hardware, obviously. I mean, or gray and a gold hardware.
Sure.
I would
like businessy. But if you get the Kelly 50, it's not gonna be like, again, I guess it's just going to the office. But I feel like if you get maybe 40, it still kind of like can work for both.
Yeah.
To the meeting and to the office.
Yeah, and it fits in the on-flight luggage area, right? The 50, I don't know if it's gonna fit. I mean, you're gonna have to scrunch it down a little bit.
Put in what's it called, the vacuum seal? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I would take any taupe, I think, as well. A green, or even maybe like a purple, like you have for your Clemens, or for your
not
your
purple.
Birkin. I mean, fine, rouge, cellier, whatever, but it's purple-y. I think I would consider that one as well. Actually, and the thing about this one is that this one, unlike the HAC, which is a larger, how do I say this? It is, so the HAC, the Birkin is a small version of the HAC.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just call it tote bags. Like tote bag style.
Yeah, but the Kelly is actually a sized up version of the Kelly. So it's a Kelly made bigger, not an HAC cut down into a Birkin, right? So I like the fact that the proportions on the Kelly stay the same necessarily. I mean, yes, there's much more real estate, but like it stays the same as far as the ratios go on the bag.
Sure.
So I like that different where the HAC is a little long. It kind of looks like a wiener dog of, of handbags. It's like a little too long. But of course that adds to the size. So I think that's the reason why I would choose a Kelly. And also the look is a lot cleaner. It's a lot more kind of distinguished.
But it's more difficult to get stuff out.
And can be good too.
But I guess I'm not sure about the bigger size. You know, the bigger size might not have any issues on like trying to get the stuff in.
Oh yeah.
The bigger one might.
Yeah.
But I know like for sure with Kelly, it's a little bit troublesome.
So on the flip side of that one, and it's kind of an obvious no-brainer one, would be an oversized Birkin, right? So not an HAC. So it keeps kind of the standard Birkin ratio. It's a little shorter and squatty. You know they make a Birkin 42, by the way, which is like long and like skinny.
It's called shoulder, no?
Yeah, it's a shoulder one.
It's ugly.
Yeah, it's all right. No. Hey, we're not baggists here. We can't be baggists here. Yes, it's not my particular taste, right?
It looks cheap. Period. I said what I said.
What?
I said what I said. It looks cheap.
I'm not gonna say those things.
It looks cheap.
I'm just gonna say it's not for me. Good for you. If you get it, you love it. Hey, you know what? If you like it, I value you as a person. You have good taste, and it fits great for you. For me, I'm out. Anyways, so like an oversized Birkin, right? So it actually is just a Birkin scaled up. Like it took the mushroom in Mario. It's like boop, 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 boop. That's what it looked like. So I think that I would take that one as well. I think the colors on it, same kind of situation. I like that dark, like olivey green 1970s Oldsmobile seat color. I like that one. But I would also take it in gray. I would take it in a dark brown. Ooh, dark brown. Yeah, or like my skin color, like a chai, or
Your skin color is not chai.
like an olivey chai.
No.
Olive loaf? So I would take one in that color and hardware. I'm open. I think on Birkin I'm more open to hardware colors. Gold, of course, palladium, great. Black, on black.
Not gonna get it. No way.
Was it always, what is it called? Ever black?
I don't know.
Total black?
I don't know.
Blackout? Because we got offered the Kelly Depeche in black and black. But that's a different.
This is Birkin.
Yeah, this is a
You're
different. This is a different
not
story.
gonna get it.
Yeah, it's a different story. That's like the bag that super villain lady carries. It's all black on black on black. So yeah, so the Birkin oversized 45, right? I think they make a 45, which would be the large before you start getting into that HAC kind of level. And I would not do exotic. Clemens, I actually like.
Touch. I would say no, but I'm just asking. I don't know. You probably didn't think
Touch
about
with
it.
what?
Flap, I guess.
The crocodile or
whatever.
alligator or emu?
Emu.
Emu? Ostrich? Ostrich? Sorry, emus. I think that the Birkin, so the Birkin touch that I love is the flap is crocodile, right? It could it'd probably be crocodile. Yeah, it's crocodile. Because we saw it in FSH.
Sure.
So you have the blue, it was blue, dark blue, and it was the flap was crocodile, but the body was the fabric. It was fabric. And it had like a blue, like the lines down the center, like the speed lines down the center of it. Yeah. That one, like cool. I would feel very much like Mary Poppins. I don't know, you ever seen Mary Poppins? She had like a big bag and like everything pulled out of it. Yeah. I'd feel very much like that, but I think if I was going to do a touch, the flap would have to be touched, and then the bottom, I would do fabric on it. I would do fabric on it. I wouldn't do like top, because I think in Italy we saw one where it was leather on the bottom and alligator on top. So that is going to be, I think, the list that I have. That's what it's going to be, keeping my little radar out for as we do our Hermescapades around the world from one side to the other. And I don't know, I'd like to hear what you all think. If you have these bags, if you've gotten these bags, if you think they'd be a good bag for perhaps your handbag husband, if you have one, I'd be very interested to see what your feedback on it is and if they kind of are as enjoyable owning as they are looking at, or if you don't like it, just kind of leave a comment down below. It'd be interesting to see what kind of feedback you'll have for that. Now, so I think that's going to be it for today for the Handbag Husband. And of course, if you like these videos, if you like the long videos, if you like the short videos, if you like the general Hermes milieu or the bag candy, and boy, are we going to have bag candy from all over the place. We're going to have strange bag candy from weird places throughout the world this year. It's going to be pretty cool. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because one, obviously you get notified when our newest long and short videos come out, but also because you get notified when we have all of our socials come out on the YouTube, on the Instagram at the Handbag Husband. We've got new Hermes stuff coming out every single week. So with that, I think that's it for today for the Handbag Husband. Thank you and